Good evening. How y'all doing? So today, as you saw in the clip before I start talking here, I've been trying to experiment on my phone. As you can see, it's an iPhone. Those are kind of restricted. I've been trying to figure out how to show you how to do these things. But I guess I don't have the equipment, or I'm going to have to use another phone facing this one to show you what I'm doing. But basically, in the Uphold app, the official Uphold app, you can set up a free account and to buy into any one of these these cryptos or anything else that's available there in the market. It's going to require you to pay like $10 to open that bucket. Okay. But once you have that bucket, even if you withdraw your money, that bucket's still yours. Okay. So you can buy some, let it blow up some, withdraw, even to zero. And then you can come back later and buy some more and put it in that bucket. Okay. Now, what I mean by that is that if you bought Bitcoin or XRP or XLM, XDC, HBAR, okay, initially when you first buy it, it's going to be $10 more. Okay. Because you're opening that account, that wallet, that little bucket. Okay. It's basically the same thing as opening a bank account. Okay. There is bank fees to open a bank account. Okay. Even if it's a so-called free checking, they always require you have $5, $10, $15, $20, and sometimes $25 minimum to stay in there. Okay. And the Uphold is basically the same thing, but you don't see that $10. You don't get it back. Okay. It's their processing fee, account holding fee, all that shit. Okay. And you, within these investments, you're buying at the rate that it costs. Okay. So XRP is sitting at $1.15 right now on, what's today's date? Hold on. Good, 100%. I only got outlets over there by the washer and dryer right now. I gotta work on upgrading the garage. So today is June 8th at 11:04 p.m. this evening, and XRP is sitting at $1.15. I'm gonna pull that up on the browser right now. Yep, $1.15. And for your reference, I use the Brave browser on my tablet, my phone, my desktop, the laptop, fucking everything. Okay. The reason being is because when you use Brave and you set up the Brave account and link it to your Uphold account, every search you do through the Brave search bar and every website you go to and a lot of the YouTube channels are connected that way. So if you're watching YouTube on a Brave browser, you will get credit for watching that video. Okay, so I did a bunch of that shit. You can keep doing it over and over again. To watch YouTube, you have to use it in a browser on the PC or any computer. Okay, that's Apple computers and PC computers. So it's all linked. Okay, and I racked up $45 in a couple months just searching and watching videos and shit through the web browser. That was pretty cool. And that's just another income. Okay. What I was doing with that was I was just basically I was taking pretty much all of it and putting it into XRP and Bitcoin and all the other ones I just mentioned. Okay. I'm going to mention another one. Okay. Let's look up the price of Bitcoin. To do that, they go by the little tag ID, which is BTC. BTC. I just typed in BTC price. Before that was XRP price. And it comes up as $62,821 for one Bitcoin. Okay. XRP is $1.15 for one XRP. Okay. This shot up to over 100,000 last year. And it's a ride. Bitcoin is one of those ones that will jump, go sideways, jump again, and then fucking nosedive. Okay? But it will always plateau at a certain level. Okay? It will never crash to zero. Same with XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR. Okay? Now, those ones already have government contracts, okay, for technology. You kids can still get into that as far as coding and crypto-based technology and platform stuff and arts and digital creations and shit like that, okay? Believe it or not, AI is connected to crypto, okay? They're not going to admit it, and I probably shouldn't elaborate too much about that in a video, but let's just say AI is shitting out coins, okay? And the coins are basically the trash left over, okay? It's the bits processed after the XRP or the Bitcoin processes the information, okay? And it is theorized that AI, when it cranks its gears to think, it's shitting out one of these cryptos. So, there's that. Let's go and do XLM. XLM is a sister to XRP. It's sitting at 19 cents. Okay. Now, the creator who coded XRP, okay, and started with the company Ripple, who has the asset XRP, they got into dispute on something or another. I don't know the details, but he branched off, took the same code, and relabeled it XLM. Okay. And XRP and XLM already have government contracts and they're already being utilized. One of my biggest things I like to enlighten people on is when Zelensky came to DC to get that giant fake check and everybody in Congress signed the fucking Ukrainian flag and all that shit. It's a dog pony show. Okay? There's a big ass fucking dog and pony show. Some of the truth seekers out there, like myself, keep track of the transactions in crypto because that's public. It's not like a bank account where that's private. You can't hide shit. That's why this is created. To stop fraudulent financial scams, all this shit from happening. All these crimes from happening. Okay? This is also helping to track the pedophiles and the drug smugglers and gun smugglers and all the other human traffickers and shit like that, okay? Because they use different means to transact, okay? XDC, that's sitting at 0.03 cents, okay? H bar. .07 cents. Okay. And these are easy investments. Okay. Now, once each one of those buckets in the Uphold app is initially open for you, okay, you're buying at that rate. So HBAR, the company Hedera, their product, HBAR is sitting at 7 cents. Okay. You'll be buying one HBAR at 7 cents. Okay. This is a prime time to get into it. And the same goes for the rest of the prices. All right. What else can I talk about here? What we talked about in the last video, ETFs. Why do we do the Ask AI thing? There we go. Okay, an ETF, okay, an investment. Now, an ETF is something you have to go through your bank to go through, okay? Now, some banks have apps, and some of those apps have a tab where it says investment, okay? Where you can invest in things, okay? The app will also show you the investment if you go into the bank and have them do it for you, and it'll show up on your account. Okay. Now, an ETF is an exchange traded fund, is a pooled investment fund that holds a basket of assets, okay, such as stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, and trades on stock exchanges like individual stocks. This structure combines the diversification of mutual funds with the real-time trading flexibility of stocks, allowing investors to buy and sell shares throughout the trading day at market-determined prices. Okay. Now, you can talk to your bank about different types of ETFs. Now, to give you an example, if we're talking about crypto ETFs, in the Uphold app, there's baskets. Okay, there's different types of baskets you can choose from. One of them literally has Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Okay, I personally have a personal opinion because the creepy looking coder dude that made Ethereum is really shady. Okay, he fully admitted to the sharding code. Sharding means you put money in, like $1,000. Okay. No, let's just make this even smaller. Okay, so you can see the blow up. Okay, the example is the code will take your $100 and take each one of those $100, and with the code set at a certain determined time, that each one of those dollars from that $100 will turn into 1,000. That's shady shit. And when he finally gets fucking called out for it, Ethereum network is going down. Okay. You cannot do that on Bitcoin. You cannot do that on fucking XRP or anything else I've been talking about. Okay. The things I am talking about have government contracts, worldwide business. Okay. These things that I talk about cannot be shut down. It's not a little company here in Wichita Falls. Okay. This is a worldwide company, enterprise level. Okay. That's what they call it. And now with stocks and bonds and shit like that, you can have baskets as well. Go through the bank, and if you have, I think, 100,000 or 150,000, you can go talk to Merrill Lynch, talk to them about making an account. Now, with that, you cannot touch that money at fucking all. Okay, this has got to be at a point where you've got a shit ton of money, and if it happens to be while you're young, you have a shit ton of money, do not get fucking crazy and go spend everything in sight. Like I said, if I had $1 million, I'd square away my debts, have everything set up on recurring payments, build a business, buy land and build a house, and get reasonable vehicles, for my forever vehicles. Okay? Reasonable choices. Reasonable choice is to take that 150,000 if you happen to get a settlement or you had a good year at work, whatever you're doing. Okay? And ask Merrill Lynch to set up a, what is it called? CMA account, customer managed account, CMA. Okay, so it's basically like a checking account, but you have access to all of the investment avenues through Merrill Lynch. Okay, you can also set up a brokerage account where they take care of it. Okay, well, you still have access to it. You can see what's going on. You can't change anything or withdraw, or you'll be penalized fines in order to get it out before its maturity date. Okay, so this is one of the avenues that I did to keep myself afloat when I was with each of your mothers. Okay, in my bank accounts, I've always have a backup when I'm in a relationship with somebody, and I try so fucking hard to never reach for it until the bitch in my life is fucking gone, and I can fucking zip, have a little bit of scratch, even if it's a couple $100, just make sure I got gas money if I take care of myself if somebody fucking does something stupid. Okay, I got a low battery warning. Hold on. Yeah, I need a charger. I'll get there. I'm sitting here tinkering with my phone, trying to get it to let me show you the inside the app. I gotta go plug it in. But my whole point about this whole thing is that there is so much available. But if you are in a state where you are in debt or you have responsibilities to certain payments, not necessarily debt, okay? Don't make yourself feel bad. Dad's not trying to say you're in debt, okay? Just, if you have responsibilities for payments for obligations that you signed up for, okay? It is not advisable to be investing in a fucking thing, okay? Sure, if you want to use the Uphold app or the official Bitcoin app to stash your money so that you're less likely to reach for it, do it. That is a practical, good choice. Okay? Just so you're aware and understand, that's how Mexicans transfer their money around. That's how they're able to come to America, work tax-free, get a shit ton of money, put it in the pot, and they have a chance of it fucking growing slowly as they're working, or blow the fuck up while they're here in America or in Mexico. Okay? I don't like working with Mexicans or on a ranch or a farm because they get paid more than me. And I know it. And it pisses me the fuck off. So anyway, sorry. It's a very touchy subject with me. I fucking hate it. I don't want you to think that you're not good enough to invest, that you're behind in any way. No. This video is for my kids to understand that these things are out there and available. Hold on. It is currently 88 degrees in here and it's fucking hot. I turned my fan off so you don't hear it. I didn't start investing seriously until I want to say 2014, 2015 time frame. Okay. But I always had a secret stash. Okay. I would either have a secret bank account that would just keep that couple $100 in, keeping the account open and no activity, and as long as there's money in there, they don't fucking care. Okay. If there's no activity in it, zero, they'll close your account. Okay. So I've always had that as a backup. And then when crypto started up around 2000-ish, I kind of blew it off until about 2010. Okay. I thought Bitcoin was a gimmick thing, some kind of weird online thing. And at the time I was in the Marine Corps, so I didn't pay much attention. I should have, when it was pennies. Okay. Now, all the investment cryptos that I just spoke of have been out for a while and they're not going away. Okay, they're government stuff. So if it's a small price for it, buy into it. Okay, but don't expect all these things to blow up overnight. Okay, and don't listen to all these hype guys on fucking YouTube. Okay, don't listen to them. All right. They will make you freak out about the tank or about to go fucking skyrocket and all that shit. I've been listening to this shit for fucking years. Okay. One of my buddies, Henson, okay, he has a YouTube channel. And he's this little Vietnamese guy, about that tall. My age. He's a little bit tall, younger, a little bit shorter than me. He's really good at doing digital art and shit like that. He's got a couple different YouTube channels, but he covers crypto. But he gets way too overzealous. It's like, oh my god, check this out. No, don't listen to that shit. I'll do another video and I'll show you the different channels that I watch that actually give you legitimate knowledge and news when it comes to crypto. Okay. Puppies are getting antsy. Might have to let go. What else can I talk about? Not much, probably. Yeah, that's probably it, I guess. Dogs want my attention. Just know that the shit's out there. Talk to your bank and ask them what kind of investments there are. If you are in debt or behind on bills or payments, talk to your bank. Try to figure this shit out. Okay? We'll talk about that in another video. I think it might be important to talk about how to handle the stressors of debt. Okay? That was supposed to go with the other video, but it's too much. And I need to learn to focus and keep a shorter video for you guys. Okay? So I'm going to end it here, give some attention to my puppies, and hope you all have a good night. All right? I love you and miss you all. And for everybody else, have a good night.